Greetings everyone, welcome back to Dawn and Dreams. It is your lady Ms.Z or ṣunfúnmiláyọ Yoruba Priestess. Thank you so much for tuning in to another video. If you will, please make sure that you like and subscribe. Comment down below if this video resonates with you. Also, if you're interested in priestess or priesthood under me and my partner, please go to the website. You can check that out. Now let's do this reading. I'm very excited about this reading. All right, so I haven't done this, I think maybe in 3 years. It was a pet psychic I did, reading I did in the past, and somebody commented on it. I was like, dang, I need to bring that back. But this one is going to be about deceased pets, okay? The ones who are no longer with us, all right, but are with us in spirit. So, and I thought that would be very interesting because a lot of us have deceased pets, unfortunately, but yes, you know, they live on in spirit. So this is going to be a quick reading. I don't know if I'll be dropping both readings today. I don't know, but you know, this is going to be a quick reading, and it may even be a bonus one for those who are tuned in. Oh, and make sure that you tap the notification bell so that you can be updated when I post. All right, so I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I do have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3, and we also have some truth-telling little notes. You know how I do. So it's a little ghetto, but you know how I do. All right, so pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. And again, it's a quick reading, guys, so it's not going to be that detailed and that long. It's just to give you some insight and messages from your deceased pet, or your deceased loved pet, should I say. All right, and the ones that love you. All right. If you need more time, please pause the video. Timestamps will be in the description box, and let's go on to pile number 1. All right, so for pile 1, what does your deceased loved pet want to say to you? Okay, so I told you I have some truth-telling well, that just fell out, so we'll take that one. Hold on one second. Okay, so I have my dice here. Let's see how many messages. And I do want to point out, and I'll have to point that out for everyone because I didn't say in the beginning, I do want to point out that it can be any pet, or, you know, any spirit that wants to come forth in the form of an animal. Well, I'm not going to say ancestors, I'm just going to say animals, okay? Because some of them may be like wild animals and things like that, so it could be that too. So let's see how many they want to pick. And it can be multiple, that's what I was trying to say. It can be multiple. So they want 3 more messages, so let's pull 3 more. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, well, I pulled that one anyway, so that might need to come out. All right, so let's get some messages. Let's see what they have to say. Oh, and the first thing I want to say is, in this pile, I felt like a little bit of emptiness. So maybe you felt very empty inside when they passed away, or when they were no longer with you, okay? So anyway, it says, you rescued me. Thank you. So some of you have pets coming from the afterlife that are saying that, you know, you took them out of a bad situation. It could have been, you know, from the pet store. It could have been from a rescue camp, or however it folds, a rescue center. You could have adopted them. You could have just found them, you know, just out lingering as a stray. You could have found them and put them in a better position. You also might have took them from like a family member who wasn't really treating them the best, and didn't put that much energy into helping with the animal, so you took over. So whatever it is that you did, they're saying you rescued me. Thank you for that, okay? And like I said, it could be more than one animal. They're saying up to 4 animals. So some of you have up to 4 animals in the afterlife that want to come forward, okay? Just to give you an idea. Some of you may just have 1, but it's up to 4 for some of you. All right, so for pile number 1, what do they have to say? It says, I always try to brighten your day, even though I got on your nerves. All right, so some of you might have had a time with this animal, whether it was a cat, dog, or any other animal. They're saying that, you know, it's like I see somebody like running in circles, like maybe they knocked over the bowl and you were already pissed that day. Like they tried to do things to just kind of perk you up and give you some energy. It wasn't really to piss you off, but it might have irritated you a little bit. That's what I'm getting. Like you did things that made you feel like the dog or the cat or whatever animal was giving you a hard time. But it's like, no, I was just trying to be funny. I was just trying to brighten up your day, okay? Let's see what else they have to say. Car accident. Okay, so I'm not sure, you know, if you were aware, but some of the I'm not gonna say some, hopefully it's not a lot, okay, but at least one of the animals that is coming forth from the afterlife is saying that I died in a car accident, okay. So it sounds like a dog or a cat or something like that, or like I said, at least a four-legged animal. But 9 times out of 10, most of the time it's like a dog or a cat, maybe mainly dogs, okay. So you may have a dog on the other side that had died from a car accident. All right. But that's just to give you a hint. It doesn't mean set in stone that's how your animal passed, but it's going to relate with someone, all right? Get another pet like me. So some of you have been stalling, and maybe you have a dog or another cat that is, you know, nowhere near to the animal that you had like this. They want somebody that kind of resembles them. Maybe you get the same type of animal. Like, try again, okay? That's what they're saying. It's like, you know, their spirit will go into that animal too, and on the other side. And some of you just need another pet. You know, if you don't have a pet and you said, you know, to hell with it, I don't want no more animals after that, that was too much of a traumatic experience, they're like, no, get another pet. It's gonna be okay. You know, get an animal like me, you know. All right, so let's go on to the next. Turtle. Some of you had turtles. Some of you had turtles, or maybe you helped a turtle on the side of the road that's now in the afterlife, and they're like, thank you, okay, I just wanted to come forward. Like, they have some connection. You may have some connection with turtles. Maybe some of you had pet turtles too. So let's get any messages that they have. Okay, so this is how they view you, all right? They view you as the bush shaman. They view you as somebody that's spiritually connected to animals. So this is why you shouldn't give up on connecting to them, because you can help a lot of animals, especially since they said you rescued them, okay? And though you may get a little irritable with the type of responsibility that it is to take care of an animal, they're like, you can do it, right? And I feel like with this pal, again, you'll probably have connections to animals that are domesticated and also wild, okay? So they see you as a spiritual person, someone who kind of listens to their natural instincts with things. And for some of you, you're like a pet whisperer or something like that. Like, maybe they feel like you can really understand them. I don't know. It's weird. You can really understand exactly what it is they're saying and that they're feeling. Nope. That came out quickly. Okay, so for some of you, you had an ugly pet. That's what I'm hearing. Not literally, you know. I'm not going to say animals ugly. But for some of you, you might have heard that about your pet or something like that. But it's like they're relating to you on this. They're like not relating to you as in you're ugly. But maybe they didn't feel as confident. And it's like they related to you on that or something like that. Something weird like that. Like, you know, a lot of people wouldn't love me, but you did. Thank you for giving me the confidence. And some of them might have went through some type of abuse. Like I said, you rescued them from an abusive relationship. So it may not be even looks. It might just be the fact that they went through some type of abuse and you took them out of that situation. And they seen you going through some type of abuse or other things. So they're wishing you confidence. They're wishing you confidence in yourself that you gave to them. Okay? Now, some of you were spiritual practitioners around this person. Oh, not person. I guess you treat them like a person. But around this animal, you definitely, because I'm seeing like they look at you like a root worker. Okay, so this animal could detect negative energy very, very well, all right? And that's something that, you know, they did speak on while they were here. I'm not sure if it was a vocal animal, but they could definitely draw you to some negative energy. And they're seeing this on the other side. You know, they're still part of your spirit team on the other side. So they want you to cleanse energy around you. Not only can animals see the other side very, very clearly, but even on the other side, I'm sure it's even a more widespread view of things that are coming to you. So they want you to cleanse things around you. They feel like things are affecting you that you can't see. And I think that's why they want you to get another animal, because another animal will keep you alert on negative energy, okay? Whereas they may not be able to, you know, communicate, another animal will act as their voice to be able to show you the same things, okay? But they see blessings coming to you, whether you know it or not. And the fact that you're even watching this, the fact that you even care to know, you know, what they think, I believe they're going to send you blessings themselves, okay? And it says they have a birthday or some type of day coming up. Maybe this is the day that you might have purchased them or whatever it is. But they're like, pour some libations for me, all right? They say, this is weird, it's not for everybody, but you know, they say people underestimate you a lot, but you're really a good person. Like you're really a caretaker, okay? This could be for male or female, because I'm seeing some of you might be very strong and things like that, and people wouldn't expect you to have like a little bitty pet that you're taking care of, but you're really good at those type of things. I don't know, like people wouldn't expect you to have a pet, but you're really good at taking care of things. And if your pet did die in a car accident, they're telling you don't blame yourself. Don't put that on yourself. And it could have just been a tragic accident in general, even beyond a car accident. Like, don't make that the reason that you don't try again, okay? Things do happen every day. Even we get in car accidents, all right? So it's like, don't let that be the reason that you don't go get another animal. All right, so that is for pile 1. Let's go on to pile number 2. All right, so for pile number 2, this is going to be messages from your deceased loved pet, okay, or animal. All right, and so, and I say animal because it doesn't necessarily have to be a pet. Some of you might be connected to wild animals too, but let's get into this. So the thing I was hearing, or that they were showing me, is that somebody who worked a lot, some of you might have been like workaholics or something, because they're showing me like this person, my owner, or you know, the person that I interacted with, they used to work a lot. They're always busy or something like that. So let's get into some truth-telling messages from the spirit realm here. Let's see what we can get. How many? They want 3. All right. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and that's not a lot, so we'll see. Might need to pull some more. Okay, so what do they need to say to you? I still watch over you. Okay, so whatever pet you came into this reading thinking about, they're saying they still watch over you. And a bird shows up right here. Let me know that. Like, they may come in a different form too. You know, if they were like a 4-legged animal, they may come in the form of a bird now. You know, I see them transitioning into certain things to let you know that they're still around. So you're very heavily watched, and they're like, I'm still there. All right, so, and some of you may even hear animal sounds, just to indicate it's from the same type of animal too. Let's see what's going on. Many memories. So this is an animal that you had, you know, your ups and your downs with, but this is one that created many memories with you. So some of you had this animal for a long time, or it felt like a long time to them, okay? Because, you know, when it comes to dogs and things like that, it's like separation can be a long time for them, right? So whatever animal it is, they're saying they created many memories with you, or you still remember them, okay? Let's go on. Birds. Okay, so it's not just coincidence that a bird is sitting here. All right, so some of you, it's gonna be 2 different messages, okay? Now, not all of you came here for a bird, so don't get it twisted. Some of these animals have turned into birds, and some of them are just birds in general. You either had a pet bird, or you had a wild bird that came to you And you might have fed this bird, you might have built up a relationship with this bird, okay? And they still watch over you today, okay? So let me get, well, I don't want to pull all of them. I just want to know, can I pull another one? We're going to wait on that. All right, let's see. This is how they view you. See, I didn't make this up. Now, I haven't viewed none of these, but they say business. Like, you are a person that's always business savvy, or they just see you as an authoritative figure. Like, you hold weight in the world. So this is a little bit deeper than just an afterlife reading. Like, it's the spirit realm. Like, that's how it's being viewed or being told to me. Like, you have rank in the spiritual realm as you do here. So birds and other things will just be attracted to you to show you this, okay? That you have some type of leadership role here in this life. So when animals come to you, they come as guardians. They may come in the physical realm, and they may not even be in your presence for that long. Like, say for instance, you have a dog and then the dog goes away, or, you know, gets transferred to another owner, whatever it is. It just seems like some animals may be in your presence for a short period of time, or whatever the case may be, but it's for a reason, you know. Spirit specifically sends certain animals to you, whether it's for protection, to let you know that you're watched after. I'm also seeing a lot of animals are ancestors, okay? It's a symbol of something. So it's a lot deeper than it just being an animal, okay? Or you building a connection. Now, I do see many memories, but it's still a lot deeper than that. So let's get a couple more messages from animals from the afterlife. See, it's more than that. Whenever I get a 6, that means there's more than, it's way more than 6 animals. Way more than 6 animals in the afterlife. So again, it goes past just it being animals. It's like spirits attached to these animals too, especially birds. There's ancestors attached to these birds. It's more than one reason why an animal comes to you. And a lot of times it's for protection. I think you may have a fascination with animals just in general, okay? For some of you, you have a picture of this animal, because they're pointing at that, like you have a picture of this animal. Maybe put that on the altar. If you have an ancestral altar, maybe do that, you know, that you can still be connected to them. Yeah. Okay, there's a lot of snakes in the grass, okay? So if you have a cat or something like that in the afterlife, this cat was around you to watch over you, especially when it comes to certain energies. I'm seeing a lot of you may like exotic pets too, like snakes and things like that. Like you may actually like those type of pets. But again, it's spiritual. It's spiritually connected to who you are. So it's hard for me to explain. You just have a lot of rank in the spiritual realm. So like I said, pets just come down just to be around you for a little while, to help you through whatever you're going through. So don't feel sad when they do ascend to the next life, because it's like they did what they were supposed to do around you. Okay, and they still watch over you. But Spirit specifically sends pets for certain reasons for you. Okay, and a lot of it has to do with protecting you from certain energies that you don't see. And pets go all the way back to like Egypt for you. Like you might have had a lot of royal pets and things like that. And this has something to do with a past life, okay? So it goes way deeper than this. This is more than just a pet psychic reading, okay? So it's good for you to look into that. Yeah, they say wisdom developed over time. So you'll begin to understand the animal thing over time. But there's more than one pet, of course, in the afterlife for you. But again, this is not like, a lot of it's just, I did what I needed to do here. So that's what it is. And that's why you'll see a lot of birds still around you today. And there's some birds in the afterlife as well too. So everything has a meaning. When an animal passes over, it has a meaning. And it also feels indigenous too. It doesn't feel like, you know, it's just a passing of an animal. Like, it feels like it's in alignment with certain things that happen with you in your life. I'm not just saying animals are dying around you, of course not, but even animals in the wild or things like that, things that you have connected to, okay? So look deeper into that. It's a lot deeper for you. All right, so let's go on to pile number 3. All right, so for those of you who chose pile number 3, for some reason, the animal is showing me a tree. And I feel like this animal really misses you. I say an animal because it feels like very few that you've had around you. Oh, excuse me, I'm just rolling. How many do you want me to roll? We're going to get some truth here. 3 again. Okay, 3 is the lucky number today. All right, so let's get 1. I'm going to take that extra one because I feel like it. All right, so we got 4. All right, so let's see what they have to say from your deceased loved pet or animal. Big dog. Okay, so some of you have a medium-sized to large dog that's in the afterlife. They're pointing that out. This is not for everyone. Just for, you know, those of you who picked this pile who had a large animal, like a big dog or a medium-sized dog. And I'm actually seeing a lot of fur. I do see one that doesn't have fur, but the first one that comes forth has a lot of fur. Okay, or furry, let's say that. But okay, I was very sick. So rather this was an old dog. Now if it's an old dog, then you already know that, you know, older dogs have health issues. But also, you know, if it was a young dog, you might have got it with some health issues that you didn't know about. Health issues that you didn't know about. And 2, this doesn't just apply to the dog. Like I said, there's a big dog that's coming forth, but essentially it could have been another animal too that was very sick. Fish. Okay, so you might have also had a sick fish or something like that. Okay, and they're wanting to let you know that normally they say this because there might have been nothing that you could have done about it, and they want to let you know that it's okay. You know, it's okay because they still miss you clearly. All right. What else? Treated me like a human. You know, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. I'm just joking, but it's funny. It treated me like a human. So you didn't treat them any differently. You might have talked to them like they were human. You didn't treat them any type of way. Yeah, I can get one more, they say. But I guess I need to address that first. Let's see which one we pull. Cat. So this pile, there's a lot of like direct animals. Like they're saying, this is who I am. I'm a cat, I'm a fish, I'm a big dog. Like they're very direct about who it is. So you might not have had a lot of animals around you, but whatever animal it was, they're like, yes, this is me. You know, it's like you needed some type of confirmation when you came into this pile. And for some of you, you don't believe that they're still around you, but they are. So this is why they're saying, I was a cat, I was a fish, I was a big dog, I was this, I was that. All right. So let's see, how did they view you? Freedom, following your intuition, your path. This is something that they're encouraging you to do as well too. They want you to be encouraged to follow your path wherever your journey is. Like they really want you to do good in life. I think anything that passes away around you, including other humans, you take it really hard, and they want you to kind of be willing to just go with the flow of life. Life goes in cycles, and they want you to just kind of release and follow your path. Know that you're being guided, you're being led, and everything happens for a reason. So instead of those cards, I'm actually going to use these for your pile. Like being very sick, it's like, you know, I also feel like you might have tried to treat this dog or cat or fish or something like that. You might have tried to do something to save the situation, but if the animal still passed, everything happens for a reason. And definitely communication issues. I think they want you to take it easy too. They feel like you overanalyze things too. Because with them saying they were very sick, it's like they're having to tell you that because you didn't understand, even though it might have been right in your face. Like that type of thing. Okay. Alright, so that's all I'm going to get. They don't want you missing out on doors and opportunities. They feel like there's going to be a big opportunity that comes to you. They don't want you to miss out on that, alright? Develop spiritually. They feel like you can talk to animals and things like that. Like you could talk to the whole animal kingdom if you wanted to get messages. So I think they want you to develop spiritually so that you can really open up those ears to hear them as well too. They come in the form of dreams as well. I'm not sure if you had a dream about a fish or anything like that anytime soon, but they still can send you messages through dreams is what they're trying to let you know. Yeah, the main thing is, like when something hits you out of nowhere, unexpectedly, you may trap yourself in that reality. Like when sadness comes, you tend to linger in it, is what they're saying. They're like, move forward, move on, the journey of life. And they're speaking on animals in the wild. Like an animal dies in the wild probably every second on the second, okay? And they have to keep on moving. So they don't want you missing opportunities. Life is short is what they're trying to tell you here. They want you to protect your energy too. Put a force field around your energy so that everything is affecting you. But I see this as them still offering you protection over your home. Okay? For what you did for them, they're still offering protection over your home. And I think that's pretty much it, guys. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this little fun reading. And peace.